pyromaniac, a person with an obsessive desire to set fire to things. An impulse control disorder in which individuals repeatedly fail to resist deliberately setting fire to things. With telekinesis may cause
What's up, guys? Welcome back to 31 Days of Horror 2025. I am Morgan Film Fan. Let's jump into some scares. The Rage, Carrie 2, subtitled. I don't know which one they were going for. Obviously, I think they want to emphasize on The Rage. But this is a sequel to the Carrie original from the 70s, based on the Stephen King story that everybody knows, starring Sissy Spacek. And I have heard of this film, but I always neglected it because my attention never went to it. And that is definitely a real shame. But there's a lot to say about a film like this. First of all, marketing can really make or break a film. We all know this. And sometimes films, Halloween 3 being probably my most favorite example, is that kind of film that ages like fine wine and gets discovered more years later than when it came out, just because of the marketing and just because of the way the films have been advertised. Yes, I am fully aware that Vinegar Syndrome has put out this film on a beautiful, probably 4K. My fandom says absolutely. My wallet says no. But maybe one day soon. As of now, I have the DVD, first time watch. Of course, all these films are first time watches. If you're new here, everything 31 Days of Horror is a first time watch for me. This is directed by Katt Nash. This stars Emily Bergel, who I looked up, and she's amazing in this film. And I haven't seen her in anything really. I saw that she was in Blue Jasmine, but she is also in two films that she made in 2000 and 2001. This one being released in 1999. This is just a hidden gem that I find people are talking about more now, especially when I discovered it, that Vinegar Syndrome was bringing it out. So I definitely, it caught my attention more. And I wanted to mention that, I wanted to touch on that a lot, that there's a lot of films, a lot of gems that are just forgotten and never really given the time of day until later on, when they way later on from when they were released. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes it's a great thing because better late than never, and anytime anything can get popularity, things are always better being cult classics in my opinion. So I would easily call this one. I mean, this came out in 1999. We're talking in the same time as like all the popcorn horror movies like Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, all those formulaic popcorn tame ass movies. And then you get this in the middle of them, which, I mean, touches on them slightly, but is such its own thing, and in my opinion, surpasses them. I'm not even kidding. So what we have going on here, because I am getting ahead of myself, Emily Bergel plays a girl named Rachel, and it starts off with her as a very little girl at home. Her mother is painting the walls with red paint, and I am assuming it's actually red paint. It's not blood because she's using a paintbrush and it's bright red. And she's trying to say, like, you're not my daughter, something's possessing you, yada yada, blah blah blah. And we realize pretty soon that the daughter's telekinetic. We already know this going into Carrie 2 kind of thing. Shame that they, well, I mean, I don't know what else they would put, but putting Carrie 2 when the main girl's named is Rachel, it does connect to the first one for sure, but you're calling your film Carrie when the titular character is not named Carrie. But anyway, so the mother is painting the walls with paint and trying to curse out the whatever, and then she gets taken away and put into a mental asylum for schizophrenia, because I believe her mother also had schizophrenia or something like that. And then we flash forward to the future. Rachel is in high school, and she has a really best friend who's played by Mina Savara from American Pie. They're best friends. They're like ginger snaps type, like almost sisters, and you could just tell these girls get along very, very well. Unfortunately, Mina Savara's character gets killed off pretty quickly. This is a film that is every feminist and every social justice warrior's worst nightmare. The men in this film, or boys I would call them, are absolutely cruel and horrid. We're talking pure 90s or 80s. This film actually feels a lot more 80s to me. It feels like a 90s movie throwing back to the 80s. But these guys, I mean, they have lists that they name girls that they all fuck, and then they put points beside them. And I was trying to figure out what the hell the numbers meant, like how many times they fucked each girl. Did it mean like how many times she, like how long it lasted, how many orgasms she had? I don't know what the hell those numbers meant, meaning points, but apparently it was just the guys kind of rating the sex or something like that. But anyways, they're making a list of it with the girls' names underneath each guy's name, all the girls they've banged, and rating them with points. They videotape girls through their windows. I mean, it's just obnoxious shit. Like American Pie with that whole computer scene, everything that these guys are doing to these women is worse in this film. It will offend a lot of sensitive young ladies. Let me just put that out there. If you're a sensitive young lady to that type of subject material, you may be offended. Every guy's a jock. I mean, every guy's wearing a football jacket, straight out of the 80s looking anyway. Rachel's character starts to come of age in a sense where she starts to realize her telekinetic powers, but she's always trying to tame them and keep them under control as they're getting stronger, as she starts to, turn into womanhood. Her parents are pretty much abusive, especially her father, very controlling, slapping her around. He's very strict in the household. Doesn't necessarily beat the shit out of the wife or the daughter or anything, but he's certainly, abusive in the sense of fear and control and narcissism and that kind of abuse. So she's trying to tame her powers going on from there. One of the great things about this film that makes it actually better than it has any right to be, because by far this film is better than it has any right to be, is the fact that they actually bring back Amy Irving, who played Sue Snell in the original Carrie. The same actress comes back to play the same character, and she plays a guidance counselor in the high school, and she obviously has all the memories of everything that went on in the original Carrie. So she takes notice immediately to Emily, and she starts to try and counsel her and try to give her some tests, and eventually she goes to see Rachel's mother in the psychotic ward. It's revealed that Rachel's father is the exact same father as Carrie's father was, Mr. White. I forget the name that they used now, but Carrie White's father was something White, so we'll just go for Mr. White. And apparently he fathered Rachel as well. And that's the lore, and that's why she has the telekinetic powers and such. It's a cheese fest, do not get me wrong. There's a lot of, we got Marilyn Manson posters everywhere. We got Nine Inch Nails posters everywhere. It's a screaming 90s film in your face. I described this literally as if the director of American Pie made a horror film back to back with American Pie, because we got Mia Savara, but not only her, we also got I'm blanking on his name. He has 3 names, but Finch, who played Finch in American Pie, is in here as well, and he's actually really good at comedy. He really is great at playing that goofy, funny guy. The goofy, drunk, funny guy. When he popped up in here after Mina Savara, I'm like, oh my god. Was somebody who was involved in American Pie make this? Because this is crazy, but it's like a horror American Pie. It's nuts. Coming out in 1999 as well. And then it leads up to a brilliant climax where obviously we're not going to have the exact same high school scene that happened in the original Carrie, but we have a blow up, let's just say, that happens in a really, really nice mansion looking house. And I just wish that the budget was bigger for this scene, because it could have been epic. This scene could have brought this film back, or up, sorry, half a star to a full star. Just if that scene had a little bit more money, because I was expecting something grand, and it was good. It was really good. But some of the things were cheesy, like some of the things just looked faked, too much CGI, really, really fake effects, and things that just are definitely dated way too much. But the idea and the concept is so great, with the mansion and everything just smashing, and the windows and the glass house, and there's a pool scene, and there's a CD kill, obviously, because you have to have a CD kill when you're watching a 90s horror film. Think Hellraiser 3 kind of thing. It's just a time capsule, and this film was so much fun. I came out of this with a 3.5 out of 5, and I was so surprised how much fun I had with this film. I think Emily Bergel is great in the role of Rachel. Of course, she's not playing Carrie, so you're not supposed to think of her as Carrie. She's her own girl. She's not even related to... Well, I mean, she is, never mind, because they have the same father. But they have no, like... They never knew each other kind of thing. The jocks are just jocks. I mean, they're all the same. They're so stereotypical. And like I said, the shit that they get away with doing this, like... when Rachel loses her virginity to her love interest named Jesse, and there's a really great romance and chemistry that builds between them, and I like that too. You got these stupid jocks recording that. There's one point where they smash her window with a brick. They're recording the whole thing, and then at the party they post it live on the TV for everybody to see her fucking Jesse, and then she thinks, Jesse's into it and everything because Jesse was part of the football team and all that. I just think this film is so underrated. This is one of the most underrated films that I've seen in a long time, and I really wish I got to see this either when it came out or in the 2000s, because I would have had so much nostalgia for this film. It's not even funny. I would absolutely purchase the Vinegar Syndrome release for this. So The Rage Carrie 2 is a 3.5 out of 5, and don't miss this one, and don't let the shitty marketing turn you away from it, because it is so much better than it looks. Trust me. Trust me. That's day 4. Thank you for joining me once again, and there's plenty more reviews to come. Enjoy your spooky season. I hope you're all enjoying your October. Sleep tight tonight.